Hey, thanks for coming into my shop. Today I have a cigar review for you from the Black Label Trading Company. This was a small company that started up in 2013, so very new. And today I'm doing their royalty, as you can see right there. I've already done cigar reviews, one a written review of their last rites, and also a video review, which you may have seen already, of their Lawless. Now, both of those had lots of pepper on them. They were also much darker rolls. This looks like their lighter roll. I'm not sure if they give any indication because on those labels the background was black and all the text was white, and on this one the background is white and all the text is black, implying just subconsciously that this is going to be a lighter cigar. In looking at the wrapper, I would say this is a natural sun-grown wrapper. I'm kind of doing this one blind as well. I haven't done any reading about this one, whereas the other two I read up on them a little. So this one I'm just going to do pseudo-blind, if you will. Ooh, I get a little rosiness on that, little rosy floweriness on the first smells. Give me some real light weediness. Not hay. It's a little different than hay. Yeah, just kind of a little floweriness. On this roll, I don't know if you can see very well right there. It's got some bumps. I would say not a real straight roll. I'm not sure if this is intended, but you definitely run your finger along there and it's pretty bumpy. Here's a little dip right here. Some veins. The veins aren't real large, but you can tell it's well rolled, just not very straight. Like I said, I'm not sure if that's intended. So, yeah, good smells. Some vegetation, mostly vegetation on this cold draw here. Vegetation, maybe a little stoniness as well, like a slate tasting almost. Definitely matches the smell of their wrapper here. Just kind of some nice earth tones, different earth tones. So I'm gonna light this up. First impressions, I get a lot of toasted bread, a little bit of that vegetation, almost like a dried. I'm hesitant to say like dried branches, but if you ever got a whiff of breaking dried branches, just kind of that's kind of the smell, the reminiscent smell that I get off here. Immediately, I noticed that this is totally different than their Lawless and their last rites. Those other two had a whole lot of spices on the lips that just hit you right away. This is more like toasted bread. Toasted leaves, toasted tobacco. Much lighter on the taste. You taste that vegetation in there, like dried herbs. Almost like not the smell of rosemary, but dried rosemary in the taste almost. So very happy so far with this first light, and I am going to smoke this a little bit and tell you guys what else I get. So here in the first half, you can see my ash has gone kind of curly right there. It still appears to be hanging on okay. It's definitely probably going to fall off here any second now. As far as flavors go for this, it started out with a whole lot of toasted breads. There was a real light tobacco sweetness happening on the exhale for 5 or 6 puffs, but now it's kind of turned more towards a little spicy pepperiness happening. That's most of the flavor that I'm getting right now. I was really enjoying that toast and a little bit of tobacco sweetness there in the beginning time. It's shifted to crushed herbs, and it's starting to get spicy on me. So I'm really curious to see where this thing is going. As far as the draw goes, it's just drawing not too tight. I could have punched my hole a little bit bigger, but the draw is actually really well for the small hole that I have here in the top. So I am going to tap this here in a second and tell you what I get here in the second third. So all through this second half of this Black Label, I've been getting mostly toasted tobaccos. I know starting into it, I was saying some spices. I was starting to get some darker spices like some cumin or some nutmeg. That was there for a couple puffs and then it just vanished. I did get some more vegetation. That's kind of what I'm getting now, is some vegetation. I specifically held on to this ash so that way you could see it right there. I mean, all of these ashes have been pretty curvy. Another thing to say about this second third is that for about 4 or 5 puffs in there, the draw got really tight, tightened up a whole lot. It has since eased up. The burn on this, you can see that right there, has been pretty straight, not super straight. It's kind of gone back and forth all the way down. I'm wondering if this curvy ash is because of the way that the cigar itself was rolled, or kind of had those curves and valleys and bumps in it. The flavors, for the most part, of the second third have all just been natural tobacco flavors. That's what's been predominant in there, minus just a few spots here and there of those darker spices. I thought it was going to get spicier, and then it just changed. So definitely interesting changes. I'm going to tap this ash and be back for the last third. So here in the last third of this Black Label royalty, this nice sun-grown cigar, most of what I got was just all natural tobacco with hints of coffee. And not much else, not much any other real noticeable flavors that came in and out of there. I will say for this last third, the draw was very, very tight. It tightened up real late in that second third, and just kind of stayed tight all the way through here to the last. So wasn't really happy about that, but didn't really affect the cigar a whole lot. I would definitely recommend these to somebody who likes like the Rocky Patels, some of their natural sun-grown cigars. I think it would fit them really well. If you're not there already, don't forget to check us out, brothersfinetobacco.com. Stop here into the shop and smoke your cigars. And as always, thanks for watching.